The red, we have our Protoss player,
MVP Genius.
Nice fingernails there. Clearly clips him, cleans him. Wants to look good on camera. Now, in the center left location,
BoxeR.
is a man who needs very little introduction. And as you can see, also clipping the fingernails, staying clean. You know what I mean?
It's important.
I'll be honest, sometimes I'm not good about clipping my toenails. It gets a Blanca feet, you know?
I have immaculate, what do you call it?
What?
When you keep yourself really clean in that way. Hygiene. That's it.
Hygiene. You're a very hygienic guy. I'm generally a pretty hygienic guy, but sometimes I need to cut my toenails, cut my Blanca feet. But you don't want to look at my feet very much unless you just wear my Converse tennis shoes. Got a little bit of hair on the top of my feet. I look like a hobbit.
I do too, yeah.
Yeah, man.
You
Big-
really
big
looks like a
toe,
hobbit with no shoes or socks on.
Ooh.
His eye dry.
Oh, yeah, man. He's got some sick hobbit feet.
He's got like huge feet for how short he is.
Yeah.
Sickest hobbit, man. Sickest hobbit.
Sickest hobbit nerd, man. I miss Hyder. We need to get back out here.
I know. Well,
He's
we're
actually a lot of
GSL
fun.
next week, man. I'm so happy we're gonna have a little nerd reunion.
MLG, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What'd I say?
You said GSL.
Oh.
Thanks, you. Everyone starts to make Hyder like so controversial, and in fact, in person, Hyder's like the nicest, most normal person you'll ever meet. He's like, but he trash talks. Yeah, man.
Did it, GG.
We actually we talk so much trash when we play games.
It's true. I'm actually.
But then, of course, you're sitting at home like everything
actually-
is serious to me.
I'm the original bad manner. I'm actually where Hydra learned it from, man.
Yeah, man.
Me and Skew.
Yeah.
For life. Bad manner for life.
Okay, he's getting his second gas. And we did not see Slayer's BoxeR do any kind of proxy strategy here.
And it looks like he's going to do a Marauder expand. Pretty standard. Very safe build. Good opening.
Lynn's like rubbing his hands together so he can learn another Tech Lab opener against Protoss.
Now, Genius, he does have 2 gas really, really quick. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a Void Ray build, and that could be a little bit problematic for Slayer's BoxeR.
Yeah.
What will we see, though, Tasteless? What will we see?
I don't know. You know, Genius is actually one of the players where I copy his builds, I think,
really?
more than anybody else that I see. I mean, MC too, but Genius, I just really like the way the guy plays.
I'm more of a Trickster fan. I like I like some
he's
Nanoa
very good.
openings. I like to watch Kiwi Kaki, but I'm not a mad scientist, so I'm not going to use his builds.
He actually just does the craziest builds ever.
He does, man. He has. The guy has like 12 bat belts, man.
He's
like he's naked except for bat belts. You can't tell though because they're all over his body with all his builds.
All right, what, 3 gateways? I think what we're going to see is Genius do basically a build that's fairly similar as far as the concept of it that we saw in the dual site game. It's like, all right, just wait for that gimmicky, catchy, tricky little thing that Slayer's BoxeR is going to do. He's going to send at you, deflect it because you're playing a very safe, solid style. After you deflect it, just don't let Slayer's BoxeR expand, and you're going to win like 10 minutes later.
Yeah, but Slayer's BoxeR not doing that, man. Just playing a very safe standard style himself.
We don't really
very quick
see Slayer's
engineering
BoxeR
bay.
do this.
That is a very quick engineering bay.
Well, you know, I think a lot of, well, not a lot, but at least in this case, I think Slayer's BoxeR is adapting to the fact that the Protoss players in GSL basically figured out that against Terran, you want to get armor?
Yeah.
You get armor first.
You have to start your upgrades quick with Terran.
So now Terran are responding to that by just getting the +1 attack soon, so it sort of negates the benefits of having that quick armor upgrade.
And it's a great way to go about it, man. And of course, a missile turret is required. DT's just so astoundingly good. In StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2, probably other games they've snuck into. You can't see them though because you don't have detection in those other games.
Yeah, man.
That must be terrible.
It's rough. All right, Slayer's BoxeR, interesting note for him is that he's been very cautious in every game, always getting a bunker at his entrance. Now, that's actually not normal. I feel like we're seeing a little bit of a different style from him here.
Quick factory by Slayer's BoxeR. Looks like he may go for some Very quick harassment once again.
I'm curious if he's going to do that double medevac drop because that's really been hurting him.
Yeah, he
it
hasn't
just does
done
not
too
look
well
like
with
it's
that.
going to work against Genius. Just don't do it.
Well, Genius kind of has his number on that, but interestingly enough, this game, Genius is not getting a robotics, which he has done previously. So he's not going to have any observers. The drop is not going to be so easy to stop. If you don't know it's coming, you're hard pressed to keep your units split off in two groups, one in your main and one your natural, because Slayer's BoxeR can easily push out, take the watchtowers, then you are playing completely blind.
Right,
and if you're playing
right.
completely blind, man, notice he's already getting cannons because he's acknowledging that he's blind. He doesn't know, so he's getting cannons. That's how he's going to deal with that. Awesome move by Genius. I'm really glad he's not just going to gamble. He's not going to do any gamble, Tasteless.
Nope.
Not going to flip any coins a day. He actually wants to advance. He wants to advance on his skill, not on his guessing.
Yeah, man.
And I like that.
I respect that.
I don't like guessers. Guessers, you know who you are. I don't like you very much. Well, I like you kind of, and it's exciting to watch you play, but I don't subscribe to it.
Now we're going to see. Well, I want to see what Slayer's BoxeR does next this build because I'm really hoping it's not this double drop. Hoo-ha, you know.
Oh.
And he's getting
Genius is actually playing really cute.
Yeah, I like it.
He's going 6 gate plus 2 armor rushed with the charge rush. And he's like skipping out on so much gas, Tasteless. This is very interesting. He may actually just try to do a power play where he's like, hey, you're not ready for this. Ha ha ha, you tech too fast and expand too much.
Yeah.
And just kill him with Zods.
It's like kicking the front door into a house.
Yeah.
It's like it's locked. You're like, yeah, but I'm a cop. Kick it in.
bad boys, bad boys.
You know, bad cop movies are pretty good too. Now, medevacs are moving out. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. If the medevacs move out and he does do one of these like kick the front door and attacks,
Yeah, there just won't be enough units.
he will actually just kill him.
But at the same time, these medevacs microed very well. May do a good job.
May force him to turn around.
I think for sure he will not turn around. But will he have enough warp-ins to actually hold these attacks at home? This could turn into a
I don't
base
know.
trade scenario. And I feel like a base trade scenario in this scenario, unless Genius can get through the natural and get into the production facilities,
Well, he'd have to kill all the warp gates. That's the only way he would recover from that. So, basically, Slayer's BoxeR's dropping, but
nice micro here by Genius.
Yes.
Moving up those Guardian shields to try to cover the Zealots as long as possible. Slayer's BoxeR picking up and running away. In the meantime, oh my god.
Okay, so he's dropped inside the
Yeah.
main, but I mean, I'm sure the warp gate cooldown has reset right now,
Yeah.
so he could probably just warp in a couple of Zealots.
And he has warped in some Zealots, Tasteless. This looks like Genius with his brute force tactic here. This is basically White Raw's special tactics from StarCraft 1 revisited.
It's a timing attack, essentially. He's busted in. He's doing it, man.
This is
and
such
that's
an
gonna be
interesting
GG.
counter to those drops. This is just like complete brute force. And between the cannons and another round of Zealots, he has held this off, Tasteless, and
It's
he's fine.
GG, man.
Yeah, Slayer's BoxeR is going to be eliminated by this really intelligent counter to the style he's been doing. Genius kind of learned through this and said, you know what? I know what's going to kill this. You're going to leave with your medevacs, I'm going to kill you with Zealots.
Yeah, I don't know why Slayer's BoxeR is still in the game to be told out. He's dead.
Yeah, man.
I mean, this is what it looks like when you're dead.
It's 11 supply, which is a multiple of 11, with 106 supply, which is not.
GG. Wow. Genius deserves it. He really does. He played really well.
I tell you what, though, I really feel like both players should be in the next round. It's too bad. They both had such hard opponents in each other.
They just like move up, and then like we have like 3 guys like in a one-on-one. They'd have to play a free-for-all and stuff.
Oh man, Slayer's BoxeR free draw. I don't even want to imagine what that would be like. Nuking everyone at once.
All right. The audience is going wild over here. That's right. It's like right as I said it, they don't look like they're going wild. They're going wild a second ago.
Wolf got a-
Handing out shirts.
Oh, look, it's Karn.
Slayer's BoxeR crushing defeat. Will the Emperor, you can see he's really disappointed.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He went with the drop, and the build Genius was using, if you like sniff that coming, you get way ahead. You're like, oh. and you build like a wall.
Everybody's had that happen to them where you're like, oh, I'm like doing this strategy, like, you know, in StarCraft when you move out with like a shuttle and a reaver, then they just like burst through your front door. But what? Oh, so he should.
No, it was a brute force tactic. It was kind of all in-ish.
Here's the thing. It's time to say that thing. You know, we do that. We go, here's the thing. We say something smart. He needed to control the Xel'Naga watchtowers better. He could have seen that army coming.
You know, I think that maybe he saw it at first, and he's like, well,
didn't buy it.
Now I can drop because his army isn't in his main. But actually, the build that Genius did was actually engineered to kill you when you leave.
That's actually engineered to kill you, possibly even if you stay in your main.
Possibly.
So
I feel like if he had all those units, though, microing in between the bunkers and stuff, probably would have been fine. There was a lot of forest fields, but yeah.
Sigh. Slayer's Boxers out of the tournament yet again. Too
Sad
bad.
face.
Hopefully we'll see him come back here, though.
Well, he's in Code A still.
Yeah.
So
he's not gone. He's not gone away. Nerds like sitting there with their Kleenex crying. It's all right. Don't cry. He'll be back in other tournaments. Might want to get some baby shampoo. I hear that stops tears.
It's tearless.
Doesn't cause tears.
It's tearless. Like you're tasteless.
Just go with the joke. All
Johnson's baby shampoo.
We got a little break. We'll be right back.
No time for chit chat, blah blah, let's get down to business. Yeah, I don't play around when the club shuts down. I'm a zombie out to kill this. Yeah, midnight mashing,